Hi, I'm Mike, and this is Our Wyoming Life.
There's not a day that goes by, there's not a night that goes by, I don't think of you. Well, I've been a lot of places, I've seen so many faces, nothing compares to you. Well, you know I've loved you since I was a child. Just like your mountain stream, I'm still running wild. Oh, Wyoming, Bighorn Mountain memories. Oh, sweet Samantha and me, skinny dipping in Johnson Creek. Another town, another show, but no matter where I go, I know my heart and soul will always Wyoming, oh Wyoming, Bighorn Mountain memories, that's where they'll bury me. Wyoming, oh Wyoming, oh Wyoming,
We are back after a 2-week vacation, more of a vacation for you than for me, but as you know, nothing really ever stops here on the ranch. Here in our welcome back video, we have a chance to take you around and kind of show you a little bit of what you missed. And you missed a lot, I hate to say. So we're gonna hit 4 things that we kind of kept on going with while not making videos and you haven't been here on the ranch. We're going to take a look at new calves that have been born over the last 2 weeks. We're going to take a look at a new goat that has arrived on the ranch. We're going to take a look at that chicken feeder that we built during the 24-hour live stream. And we're going to take a look at all the rain that we've gotten and how that's going to affect the future of the ranch. So we've got a lot to take a look at here in just a few minutes. So let's start out. Well, we're out here with the cows, so let's get started with them. That's number 151, and with her is her calf, number 26, a little bull calf. And we do have a surprise coming up about 151, but I'm not gonna let you in on that yet. First, we're gonna take a look at some of our numbers as we're looking at them as pertaining to calving this year. This is my report from Cattle Max. I carry it with me almost everywhere I go, and it has everything I need to know about the calves, and also, as calving is progressing, the cows. So right now we have 29 calves on the ranch. Now, during the 24-hour live stream, number 24 was born, and that was very coincidental, but was really cool. We're going to try to take a look at some of these calves, hopefully all of them, we'll see what happens, that were born since then. Obviously, we've had, 6 more calves since then. So, and one of them born just this morning. We just got a chance to see number 26 belonging to 151, and I think our newest is right behind me. Let's swing down that way. By the way, our calves' average age right now is 24 days old. We have 13 bulls and 16 heifers on the ranch. And right there is our newest calf. Not a very good angle, but that is mom number 99, along with calf number 30, a little bull born just this morning. Number 14 is lending moral support. Obviously, the size of the herd reducing has made a big difference in how calves are born and how frequently they're born. In fact, after the 30 and 30, we took a little bit of a break, obviously. So did the cows. I think we had 5 days after the 30 and 30 where nothing was born. Number 25 was then born to number 190, which was one of the cows that we were watching during the 30 and 30, and I really have no clue where she's at, but we'll try to find her. While we're out looking, I know it's a little bit difficult to recognize these guys, but that is number 19. That is Bambi's calf, who was born during the 30 and 30. There's Bambi right there. And number 19 has been dubbed by Mackenzie to be named Inky. So, hey Bam Bam, how are you? How's it going? We're still on the lookout for number 190 and our the calf that we were waiting for during the 24-hour live stream that never did come until just a few days later, but we will find that one eventually. We also have had calves from number 21, who was born yesterday, her calf, and also, who else? Number 31, born as well. So I don't know where they're at. They're out here somewhere. But lots of calves born during the 30 and 30, obviously, a few afterwards, and we're down to about, 7 or 8 cows left to calve. So we're definitely getting down there. Well, there's number 24. That's the one that was born during the 24-hour live stream. I think I see number 190. She is across the pond here, and you can see how much of a difference the rain has made to some of these ponds. Now, this pond we actually pump into from a well, so we never ever let it go dry. But we're gonna stop by, after we check on her calf, we're gonna stop by another pond that might just surprise you. There was calf 25 right back there. This is mom 190, and she's the one that we were watching during the 24-hour live stream. So we knew she was going to have a calf. She just took her own sweet time about doing it. So new calves born. We've got one more very special calf that we want to introduce you to, and that's coming up in just a few minutes. You're going to want to stick around for that. Also, we're going to take a look at a new addition to the ranch, Mr. Pip, who has a very, very special job that he likes a whole lot. And we're gonna get a chance to hang out with him a little bit. We're gonna take a look at our chicken feeder that we built during the 24-hour live stream. But right now, I'm gonna stop down here at what just a few weeks ago, not even a few, it was just like a week ago, was a hole in the ground. Now, it's a pond. So back during the 30 and 30, I don't even remember which episode it was, I stood in almost this exact spot. In fact, I actually stood down there in that spot. I'm not going to do that today because, well, I'd get wet. I don't really feel like doing that. But you can see how the rain and the snow that we had during the 30 and 30 and since then has really made a difference. Everything's getting green out here. We've had about 5 inches of precipitation since April. Now that makes it this is the wettest year that we've had up to this point since 2017. In 2017, we had decent hay. So the hope is that if the rain continues, the sun shines and the temperatures sit about right, we probably will be haying this year. At least I've got my fingers crossed for that. That means we've got to get out equipment and start cleaning it up. And, well, frankly, I have to remember how to use it. It's been a while. While we're out and about, I do want to show you one more thing out here that really wasn't on the schedule, but everybody, well, a lot of people have asked about, and they know that we have, as well as having beef jerky online that comes directly from the ranch, and you know, shirts and all that kind of stuff. We also have honey on our website, and some people say, well, where are you getting all this honey? Well, it's from bees, obviously, that are right here on the ranch. The bees actually spend the winter in California, where they are pollinating almond trees most of the time, but during the summer they come back up here to the ranch, and they have just arrived. Check this out. That, my friends, is a lot of bees, and they're ready to get to work out here on the ranch. Now, not all of them will stay here. Some of them will actually get scattered on other ranches across the county, but a majority of these guys are going to stay here and get to work. So I don't actually take care of the bees by myself, full disclosure. We have a guy named Tudor who owns these bees, and he comes out, he drops them off, he takes care of them for us, and we get the honey out of the deal, and obviously buy a lot of honey from Tudor also to be able to sell on our website, that kind of thing. So very cool. We love seeing the bees come back. Definitely a huge signal that spring is here. All right, we've taken a look at the bees, we've taken a look at the cows, we've taken a look at our ponds. Next stop for us, well, it's going to be the goat pen to take a look at our newest addition. While we're heading that way, one thing that keeps on being brought up is, you know, now that we've had this rain, is the drought over? No, it's not. In fact, the National Weather Service did downgrade us in our drought status. So we went from extreme drought in the last couple weeks to severe drought, which doesn't really sound like that much of an upgrade, but for us, it certainly is. It takes a long time to bring people out of a drought. Anybody who says that you got an inch of rain and the drought is over, yeah, it don't work that way. We've got lots of repair to be done, lots of aquifers need filled, groundwater needs taken care of. Obviously, soil conditions, everything else, it's gonna take a lot longer. It takes, in fact, you know what they say, it actually takes just as long to get out of a drought as it takes to get into one. Kind of like pants. Read into that what you will. We're over here at the goat pen with our brand new friend. Now, this is Pip. Pip is a dwarf Nigerian goat, and he only has one job, unlike all these other freeloaders. Erin cleaned out the fridge yesterday, gave me a bucket of scraps for these guys, which I kind of forgot about in the back of the gator. So we're gonna get these guys fed. I'm gonna tell you a little bit about who's what and what's going on over here. Come over here, guys. So over here at the goat pen, we have our miniature donkey Ethel, who, yeah, we know is not a goat. She'll tell you about it too. We also have the rest of the goats. Now, Pip, come here, bud. Pip, 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 Pip. He's not gonna come over. So this is Pip. Like I said, he's a dwarf Nigerian, and he's here to make baby goats. If you've followed along with us on Facebook, Instagram, Shorts, that kind of thing, you've probably already seen him. And he spends his nights in the barn. He comes out here during the day, does his thing. We actually give the girls a rest because they need a rest from him because he is a go-getter. And as long as he goes and gets her, we're gonna have baby goats sometime in October is the plan. What we're gonna do with them, I have no idea. So if anybody wants a baby goat from the ranch, be sure to let us know. I'm sure we're going to be looking for homes for some goats. One project that we did accomplish during the 24-hour live stream was this thing. This is our 1-ton chicken feeder. It holds a ton, actually a little bit more, of chicken feed, and I don't have to mess around with bags or anything like that. We can buy it in bulk. It gets thrown right in, and they come and eat it. They do make a little bit of a mess, and part of that problem was when we filled it up, it did kind of splash out of the bottom. We're hoping that now we won't have that problem now that we've got some in there. Does work super well. The 200-pound chicken feeders like this one, they still have a purpose on the ranch. In fact, now they're being used strictly for meat chickens, and then they make a mess of that one too. So maybe chickens just make a mess. I don't know. Those are the meat chickens, and man, they're getting big. Speaking of getting big, we couldn't make it through an update on the ranch without talking about our bottle calf, Marty, and what she's been up to. So we're gonna head on up that way. I probably should take the gator with me. I don't want to leave it here. I did that yesterday. I left the gator sitting and couldn't remember where I left it. Did find it later on though. Sometimes you just got to get your steps in, you know. Have fun, Pip. Not too much fun. While we're heading over to check on Marty, there goes Jeff flying by. Hey, Jeff.
Hey, Mike.
Nobody's seen you in 2 weeks. I have to prove that you're alive.
I am.
A little bit more tan than you were
Well,
2 weeks ago.
The sun's been shining for a couple of days.
We need to get you a hat. That's what everybody says. Jeff needs a cowboy hat. I don't know how many emails, how many comments I've seen. You've seen quite a few.
Quite a few.
Jeff does have a cowboy hat, I swear, somewhere.
I can walk in and grab it if you want.
Do you guys want to see Jeff in a cowboy hat? Go get it. There we go.
The look is complete. There you go.
There you go. Actually, I only started wearing a cowboy hat, and I never wore hats before I came here. But Gilbert said, get yourself a cowboy hat, because the last thing you want is skin cancer. And you'd be surprised how much skin cancer actually comes from here, because we have like 280 days of sunshine or something like that. It's ridiculous. So lots of skin cancer. Cowboy hat, good idea. Thanks, Jeff. All right, we're heading over to check on Marty, and that bawling that you hear in the background, well, that's not Marty. But who could it be? Well, I'm going to tell you a story that has to do with Jeff. So a few days ago, Jeff goes out to check cows, and he calls me on the radio and he says, hey, we had another calf. In fact, we had 2 calves. But the problem is I found one mom and I can't find the other mom. The calf is actually abandoned out here in the middle of nowhere. So I said, come pick me up. We'll go look at cows and we'll see what we can find. So we run out to take a look at the calves and the cows, and we find the one with the mom, and we find the one without the mom. Now, the one with the mom was number 27. The one without the mom was number 26. We couldn't find another mom out there that looked like she had had a calf. So this little light bulb went off in my head and said, hey, maybe that cow had 2 calves, which we know happens. So I picked up the male calf and we took it back to mom, and mom took that calf just like that. So we knew that mom probably had 2 calves. So then at that point, obviously we're left with a decision. So we decided to take the female, bring her back with Marty here. And when you have a boy-girl combination in twins, you have what's called a free martin, which is what we call the female calf. Well, we already had Marty. Hi, Marty. This is Marty, by the way. Marty, hold still long enough to get, yeah, this is Marty. So since we already had a Marty, we decided we needed a Frida. So now we have a Frida. Hey, kiddo. Hi. Hello. Oh, and a bean. We have a bean. What are you doing? Why are you chewing on my arm? That's not right. They might be getting hungry. Frida, how are you? Frida is just a few days old, but she's been doing well. She's got to put a little meat on her bones. Those twin calves tend to be kind of small, but we've got Bean to keep an eye on everything. And of course, Marty to teach her the importance of food. So that's it. You're all caught up. New bottle calf. Pip in with the goats. We've got 30 calves on the ground. I'm sorry, 29 calves on the ground because we lost number 1. We have water in the reservoirs. Hopefully we have hay on the way, but that's not it. we've got more big projects on the way on the ranch. In fact, our feedlot program, which we're calling finishing school, along with the new RV parking and Erin's brand new garden, that is just about ready to hit full speed. We've got so much to get done over there over the next couple weeks that we've actually called in reinforcements from Beckart Fencing. Van, along with our friend Keith, are gonna be here next week to help us out and get as much done as we can over there. So I want you guys to stick around for that. We have some really cool announcements on the way from Beckart. In fact, we might even be able to give some stuff away. We're gonna find out what Keith brings with him for some swag that we can give away with the videos as well that we're gonna make while they're here. Our next video is gonna be about getting ready for their arrival, and that's gonna include some really cool new equipment and some rental equipment, not stuff that I can buy, but some stuff that we're gonna rent to help us get to the point where when Keith gets here and Van, that we're gonna be able to just rock and roll and get as much done as we can. So there's a lot coming up on the ranch, but I really hope that you're able to subscribe, follow along as we explore the ranch life and escape the ordinary, and come along and see what we've got in store for the entire summer. It's gonna be one heck of a ride as we change the whole dynamics of the ranch and how we do things and how we make this whole place work for the future. Thanks, guys. And I guess until I see you again, have a great week. And thanks for joining us on Our Wyoming Life. Oh, and I almost forgot one last thing. This is Mackenzie, by the way. Kenzie, go get what we're talking about. Hanging out with Jeff and seeing him in his hat actually reminded me of something that I wanted to do in this video. I kind of forgot about it until just now, but I wanted to get it done in this video, and I think it's about time. There we go. That's better. Thanks, guys. We'll see you next time. Say bye.